What's going on, everyone? It's time for another slasher horror film review. Today we're going to talk about a film called Happy Birthday to Me. It's nowhere near my birthday, but I just wanted to watch a good slasher film, so I did. And let's talk about it. So, Happy Birthday to Me was released by Columbia Pictures May 15th, 1981. It's written by John Saxton, Peter Jobin, and Timothy Bond. It was produced by John Dunning and Andrea Link, and it was directed by J. Lee Thompson, who has also done films like The Guns of Navarro, Cape Fear, Death Wish for the uh, Crackdown, and Conquest of the Planet of the Apes, and Battle for the Planet of the Apes. This had a box office earnings of $10.6 million. It was like a moderate success, I guess, back then. I'm not sure because I have no budget to compare it to. But yeah. So this is a slasher horror film now. If you've seen my videos before on slasher films and stuff, I consider there's two types of slashers in my opinion. There's the horror slashers where you don't see the killer, where the killer's not revealed till the very end, and you're left guessing basically through the whole movie. And then there's slasher thrillers, which are more like you see the killer and you basically just like go through the emotions with them and stuff like that in that sense. So this one falls more into the slasher horror category because you're not actually sure who the killer is, and they throw a lot of red herrings at you in this one. But yeah, so basically, Happy Birthday to Me is, well, there's a young girl, and she is hanging out with their friends, and they do this silly chicken game where they jump drawbridges when they're going up and down, and apparently she's done that before. And then she also suffered an accident, which you learn later on, which caused her to have chronic like brain damage and stuff. So she blacks out every once in a while and things like that. And yeah, so she's your main character and the main one. I'm gonna try not to spoil this movie as best I can, but we'll see how that goes. Uh, so yeah, but you're with her, and her friends keep dying around her and stuff like that. And later on throughout the film, it's mainly she could be the one killing them because um, all of them didn't show up to her birthday party that she planned. But things are not quite as it seems as the film progresses. This film has about 7 or 8 twists in it, and I was actually pretty surprised at this film. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. It starts off as your normal slasher film. It actually starts off pretty brutal with a killing of a girl in a car and stuff. They keep it kills simple but really effective in this. And as the story goes on, they get more brutal, and there's a lot of some fake outs and jokes and stuff they didn't really see at the time of those, where you think they're gonna dig up a dead body, but instead they pull up a fake head that was actually part of the science department and things like that. And they do a lot of that in this too. It's actually very clever because you don't really see that in films now, especially slasher films, and that as it goes on. There's more just up the body count and feed that to you. But yeah, so as the film goes on though, there's a couple people that you think could also be the killer that also fit and have a proper motive and things like that. And it just goes back and forth, and then once you get to the really disturbing climax, everything falls into place mostly, and then it gets a little hokey, but they do a couple more things, and then you get the shock of the most shocking one, which is I thought was a really good and well orchestrated idea. And yeah, I think the writing of this film is really well done. The acting is really good too. It was really well played, well shot. The gore effects and everything, practical effects and all that, look fantastic in this. This is actually a really good slasher film that most people should check out if you haven't seen it. Especially the last like 30 minutes is fantastic. I really enjoyed this film. So, yeah, I think maybe they added one too many twists in it because there's one or two hokey ideas going there that's a little far fetched. And there's certain aspects where, if you think hard on it, is a little unrealistic. But for the most part, the film works really well, and it was a really good film, and it's rare to find a slasher like this. So I'm gonna give Happy Death Day to Me a 4.5 out of 5. I really enjoyed it, and hopefully you do too if you haven't seen it. And check it out because yeah, that's definitely one, and it doesn't follow your stereotypes for most slashers. This is pre. This is like what Friday. This came out probably around the same time as Friday 13th birthday when Jason was just getting started. Michael Myers is already starting to be telepathic with his niece and just things like that. So, but this one definitely takes it way more seriously, and it's actually a really good watch. So check it out. I'll link a trailer down below, like always, and also link down below is my Instagram. That's where I always post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my stories. You have the film title and hashtag and subgenre film and a hashtag, so you're aware of it. And also my Letterbox is linked down below to peer reviews. That's where I post my first star rating after watching the film. So follow me on those two platforms. Stay in loop with this channel. Like this video, share it to more people, whoever. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. And also if you have any films or film franchises in any genre they want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below, which I'm always get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. And don't forget to subscribe, because if we find something weird, obscure, and odd that you probably never thought of checking out together, somewhat like this. And also so you hear my opinions on popular films, classic films, and reviews on other things as well. And don't forget to ring that bell because, well, I'm going to go into more documentary territory. It's been a while since I talked about one of those, because I think I'm going to check out Capturing the Killer Nurse on Netflix next. So tune in for that one, and watch out for all those aggravated people who don't attend birthdays, who go on killing sprees, and I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So hopefully it's as good as this, but we'll see how that goes. So until then, cheers!